welcome back to my YouTube channel, always been fueled by nostalgia, passion, and the pursuit of performance. And in 2026, one name is making waves like no other, the Plymouth Roadrunner. Long considered a legend in American muscle car history, the Roadrunner is making a dramatic return with a modern interpretation that blends raw horsepower with cutting-edge technology. For enthusiasts who grew up idolizing the golden era of Detroit muscle, this car is more than just a comeback, it's a resurrection of spirit. For the younger generation discovering the name for the first time, it's a reminder that muscle cars are not dead, they are evolving, and the Roadrunner is here to prove it. The new Roadrunner has been designed to honor its rich history while embracing the demands of a new era. At its core, the car exudes muscle and aggression, with a wide stance, sculpted body lines, and a front fascia that looks menacing even at a standstill. Twin LED headlights give it a futuristic face, while subtle design cues nod back to its classic roots from the late 1960s and early 70s. The proportions are unmistakably muscle, low, wide, and intimidating. The rear end completes the package with a muscular haunch, quad exhaust tips, and modern LED taillights that blend retro inspiration with a high-tech finish. From every angle, the 2026 Roadrunner commands attention. It's not just another car on the road, it's a statement. What truly sets this reborn muscle icon apart is what lies under the hood. While the industry continues shifting toward electrification, the Roadrunner doubles down on its performance legacy. Rumors and early leaks suggest it packs a monstrous supercharged V8 capable of producing around 797 horsepower, a number that immediately puts it in the same league as today's most extreme performance cars. With that kind of muscle, the Roadrunner isn't just built for straight-line speed but for total domination on the asphalt. Acceleration figures are expected to rival some European exotics, with 0 to 60 times that could dip into the low 3-second range. For muscle car enthusiasts, this isn't just exciting, it's proof that raw horsepower and American engineering still have a place in the modern automotive scene. Inside, the Roadrunner is expected to strike a balance between classic charm and modern sophistication. Digital displays, driver-focused controls, and customizable performance settings will ensure the car appeals to today's tech-savvy driver. At the same time, retro-inspired touches like analog-style gauges, heritage stitching on the seats, and possibly even the return of the famous beep-beep horn remind you that this isn't just any performance car. It's a Roadrunner, and it carries with it a legacy that demands respect. The cockpit is designed to be immersive, connecting the driver directly to the experience, whether you're launching it down a drag strip or cruising on the open road. Performance isn't limited to straight-line thrills. With modern suspension technology, adaptive dampers, and possibly multiple drive modes, the Roadrunner could be just as comfortable handling corners as it is blasting down highways. Features like traction control, launch control, and performance-tuned aerodynamics will ensure that the immense power is not just impressive on paper but usable in real-world conditions. Yet, despite these modern systems, engineers are expected to keep the raw, analog feel alive here, because what is a Roadrunner if not a little bit wild and untamed? Culturally, the return of the Roadrunner is more than just another car launch. It represents a revival of Plymouth's legendary badge, a brand that has been dormant for decades but remains alive in the hearts of enthusiasts. For fans of classic Mopar machines, this is like seeing an old friend re-emerge, but stronger, faster, and more daring than ever before. It's also a reminder to the industry that not every car has to conform to trends of silence and subtlety. The Roadrunner is unapologetic. It is loud, bold, and brash, everything a muscle car is supposed to be. In an era where electric cars and hybrids dominate headlines, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner stands as a rebellious counterpoint. While it may eventually adapt to electrification, this version represents a final hurrah for gasoline-powered muscle in its purest form. It carries forward the golden age of muscle cars into the modern era, ensuring that a new generation can experience the thrill of a true American icon. Whether it remains a limited production showcase car or the spearhead of a full Plymouth revival, one thing is certain: it has already captured the imagination of the car community worldwide. The excitement around the 2026 Roadrunner isn't just about specs and design, it's about the emotion it stirs. For longtime fans, it's the sound of a V8 rumbling back to life. For new fans, it's the adrenaline rush of seeing nearly 800 horsepower waiting to be unleashed. For everyone, it's proof that some legends never die, they just evolve. As it prepares to hit the streets, the Plymouth Roadrunner is set to become not only a modern muscle car icon but also a symbol of how heritage and innovation can collide in the most spectacular way. The legend of the Roadrunner was built on speed, affordability, and fun, and the 2026 model redefines those principles for the modern age. It's not just a car, it's an event, a rolling piece of history that demands to be noticed, heard, and remembered. When it finally arrives, it won't simply mark the return of a muscle car, it will mark the rebirth of an era. And for car enthusiasts everywhere, that is something worth celebrating. Would you like me to make this article more script-like for a YouTube video narration with a more dramatic flow and viewer engagement hooks, instead of just reading like a blog?